Hi, how's it going? This is another one of those recommendation things. This time I'm recommending Your Lie in April. It is a really good anime that you can watch on Netflix if you want to. It's there for you, just waiting. Go get it. It's so good. If you don't know what this show is about, there is this guy who used to play the piano when he was little, but his mom died and she was kind of abusive and crazy, and so he stopped playing the piano because she kind of forced him to play piano, and so he didn't really love it. Whenever he plays about halfway through or like a quarter way through playing a song, he like loses all focus of reality and starts to go a little crazy. He can't hear the music on the piano. They don't say it, but I have a theory that he's schizophrenic, but you know, it's whatever. He encounters this girl who plays the violin. Pretty much she helps him find his love of music again. It really captures the soul of like a dreamer, and I think this is really done through music. The music is amazing, not just when they're playing actual songs and recitals, like for piano recitals or violin recitals, but actually just the score in general. It feels really emotional, which for some weird reason, every single moment in which the characters are being super emotional or emotionally involved, the piano's there and it works perfectly. There's also a lot of poetic dialogue. Like this show does not really care about having realistic conversations. It's way more poetic. This is probably one of the only shows with a really solid depiction of music. It really insanely describes how you feel when music is involved in anything. It's similar to in Ratatouille, the way they talk about taste buds and the way they talk about how taste is like, with all the imagery of the bright colors and all the craziness. The way that they depict music really connects to the imagery. There's a lot of use of color. It's like an integral character element, because the main character thinks that everything's gray and only tends to see things in gray until this girl appears, and then he sees everything in color. But of course it changes, goes back and forth, especially when the piano. There's a lot of times where he's playing the piano where he feels like he's drowning. Also, every character kind of is interesting. And I think that's because everyone clearly has a goal throughout the whole thing. Even when their goals change, their goals are also tied to their personalities. Like, it makes sense. It doesn't seem random. Even the main character, his goal pretty much is to find a goal, to find purpose in life. It's very clear and it's very realistic. It's kind of like in Megamon, how he appears aimless. It's really good. The female main character has a very interesting clear goal. Spoilers. Her goal is she wants to leave an impact on others before she dies, because she's dying, of course, because it's a drama. The fact that she's dying, and also the goal of searching for purpose or refining love of music of the guy, it helps make the show feel super linear. This show feels short, but it feels short in a good way. It never feels like it drags on. I feel like the show, it understood the two stories it was telling and the two main characters, and it made sure that right as one ended, the other one started. The female main character, her sickness increases. She gets closer and closer to death as the main guy's character arc is just about over. That allows us to see this new redeemed character approach the same situation. Also, this show doesn't really end in a completely happy way. It ends pretty realistically. The guy almost falls again into this pit of sadness, but he doesn't, and he's better for it. I think it would have been very unrealistic if he totally fell again, because he's redeemed, he's grown. Sure, he could almost fall, but obviously he's going to stand strong. The girl, she ends up trying to have this surgery so that this surgery, if it goes successful, it'll give her more time to live. But she dies in the surgery because the surgery fails. And her final dream that she has is to have this duet with the guy one more time. But she doesn't get to achieve that dream. And that's realistic, because the surgery was highly likely not to work, and then it didn't. She's not beating the odds, she just didn't. And I think that shows the realism of life. Real life is not very colorful, but We need to have music. We need to have our dreams. We need to have our ambition so that we can make life colorful, so that we can give purpose to it. That's the whole point of Your Lie in April. The show's so good. Go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's really good. It's fantastic. All right, that's gonna do it. I'll see you next time.